we pledge that we will increase the resources of CII in your state. We will increase both manpower as well as the number of offices in the state of Madhya Pradesh, sir. Sir, we have heard that this is the year of the G20. CII is the secretariat for B20, and through that we will see that we are able to attract the world's attention throughout the year in specific areas to bring specific investments of you have focused on over the last few months, to get those investments from across the world into Madhya Pradesh and see what the investors want in terms of facilitation. And we are so sure, sir, you are going to make those changes in terms of facilitating them to come in. And we will really take advantage of India's G20 leadership, and the B20 India will work for it and for your state. So the second point I wanted to mention, and this is a passion for yourself, is skilling the power. We know how much you love the youth of the state to come up and get livelihood. Sir, we will open skilling centers in this in the state. We are running a couple of skilling center, but the next one that we will establish will be in Pithampur, a skilling center which will be supported by the MPIDC. They have committed, but it will be run with private sector money, sir. We will see to it that you take your blessings, your government's inputs, and we will have an academy which will impart knowledge on new areas of jobs that will come up. And we will see to it that we create thousands of jobs in terms of at least about upwards of 50,000 jobs in the next couple of years from these centers. And we will create private model career centers which are like private employment exchanges in your state. We are in discussion with your government, and these MCCs will be industry-led, provide career counseling, soft and employability skills, and we will bring that in the state of Madhya Pradesh, sir, with your blessing. So the third point, sir, we have 10 centers of excellence across the country in India. It is sad that we do not have one today, but what we have discussed with the private sector in your state, sir, the industry in your state yesterday, that we will bring one center in Indore or of a city of your choice, where we will bring in these centers of representatives of all the centers, these 10 centers of excellence. Sir, they cover areas of entrepreneurship development, they cover areas of logistics and warehousing, they cover areas of water, sustainability, green, it covers areas of food and agriculture, and very importantly, sir, again, on innovations and IP. All these centers across the country, their representatives centers, we will create a place where all that will be located in Madhya Pradesh. So that will be the first in the country that all the centers of CII will be brought under one group, sir. Sir, I just wanted to also say another area that you are encouraging and is startups. And startups will play a big role in the country. India's stories on startup is well known. Sir, we want also Madhya Pradesh to have a big startup ecosystem. Sir, CII has large members. Many of the large members are present here. So what we will do, sir, we have a startup center of excellence. The chairman of the startup center of excellence is Chris Gopalakrishnan, sitting over here. We will provide corporate and family business connect of the startup center in the states to the large corporates, so that the startups can be connected to the large corporates. We will work on that, sir. And through the startup center, we will do capacity building of the startups, so that the startups can get, and they get supporting mechanisms from the large companies. So that is one work we'll do. Sir, lastly, I wanted to say, sir, that your state is known, Madhya Pradesh is known for rural innovators. And what we will do to protect the traditional knowledge and the age-old traditional artifacts and the huge contribution of our rural community, we will create IP centers so that we can train them, and we will be able to get them to take into IP protection for these centers and create their products and connect their products to the market. So these are some areas which I have learned in the last few months from yourself, sir, and from your government, and we pledge to do that in your state under your leadership. We are so thankful for your warmth, your hospitality, and your great leadership. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for sharing the initiative as a national partner to MPGIS. And now I would like to invite the chairman of Aditya Birla Group, Shri Kumar Mangalam Birla ji, to please address the August gathering.
Honorable Chief Minister Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan, His Excellency Irfan Ali, President of Guyana, His Excellency Chandra Prasad Santokhi, President of Suriname, distinguished members in the Madhya Pradesh government, senior officials of the MP administration, friends from the industry, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasure to be here today at Indore for this Global Investors Summit. This confluence of investors comes at a very interesting moment in the global economic landscape. आज दुनिया भर की इकोनॉमी जब एक चुनौती भरे मोड़ पर है, भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था में एक नई बढ़त, एक नई लहक हमें दिख रही है। भारत की तरक्की नई ऊंचाइयों पर पहुंच रही है। जब दुनिया की हर बड़ी इकोनॉमी का हाल एक कदम आगे दो कदम पीछे जैसा है, तब हमारा देश एक नई ऊर्जा, एक नए गति के दमक रहा है और इसी सुनहरे अवसर पर भारत ने G20 की कमान संभाली है। भारतीय दर्शन के मूल मंत्र वसुधैव कुटुंबकम के जीवन सिद्धांत पर चल रहे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री शिवराज सिंह जी चौहान, आपको यह बताना मेरे लिए बहुत खुशी और गौरव की बात है कि आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप का कुटुंब आज दुनिया के 36 देशों में समाया है। सभी जानते हैं देश का दिल, भारत की धड़कन है मध्य प्रदेश। कविता, न्याय, वीरता, गायन सब कुछ यहां विशेष हैं। देश का है यह हृदय, यह हमारा मध्य प्रदेश है। In the last decade, the economy of Madhya Pradesh has grown at more than 7% per annum in real terms, much faster than the national growth rate. In fact, if one excludes the COVID-affected year, the average annual growth rate of Madhya Pradesh's economy over the last decade is higher than 8%. A decade ago, per capita income in the state used to be about 60% of national average. It has now risen to more than 80% of the national average. I believe that the state has many inherent advantages that should further accelerate this great economic success story. Its central location is a major advantage in itself, enabling industries in the state to easily access large markets in adjacent states. The location advantage is translated into better connectivity through a robust transport infrastructure. It has a massive road network of over 3.5 lakh kilometers and more than 40 national highways. It has nearly 5,000 kilometers of railway lines and 550 trains make their way across the state daily. The state continues to build upon these advantages under the leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister and is investing heavily into transport infrastructure. Recently, the foundation stone for 13 new road projects was laid by the Honorable Union Transport Minister and the Honorable Chief Minister, envisaging an investment of more than rupees 5,000 crores. Madhya Pradesh is developing several new industrial regions along the Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor as well. The state's proactive and very investor-friendly administration and progressive industrial policy is another major advantage that we have experienced over the last few years. Under the leadership of Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, Madhya Pradesh gives a very warm, welcoming experience to its investors. This is something that we have experienced firsthand over the years in the course of setting up large projects in the state here in Madhya Pradesh. माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, कुछ दिनों पहले आपने कहा था कि पांव में चक्कर, मुंह में शक्कर और माथे पर बर्फ हो, यही जनप्रतिनिधियों के लिए मंत्र हैं। आपके शासन की शैली वास्तव में ही सराहनीय है। Over the last few years, Madhya Pradesh has rightly positioned itself as a future-ready state. It has emerged as a leader
सीएम शिवराज सिंह